Like, especially especially where I grew up in as well, you know what I mean? A tough background like my side, you know, it keeps you off the streets, you know what I mean? It keeps you off, you know, getting into trouble and stuff like that, so...
Yeah, it keeps a few men out of trouble, innit?
Yeah.
These are going to be young men, these are going to be the fathers of tomorrow. You know, as I'm getting older, you know, hopefully these guys are going to be looking after granddad in the future, you know what I'm saying? I just want to feel like, you know, we're contributing to, not much, but I just think that drop we're creating here, you know, it's just felt, I'm feeling the ripples.
What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, nice to meet you. Today we're here with a legend, with a community leader, someone who's heavily invested in our youth, James Gregory. How are you feeling today?
Oh, really nice. It's cold, but it's nice and warm seeing all the community out here this evening. Thank you.
Right. So tell me how was life growing up around? Tell me a bit about your journey and growing up around Manchester and especially Moss Side.
Okay, so Moss Side, a very interesting place. I went to a local school called Hill Place, which is just 5 minutes from where we are at this centre here, and then I went to a place called Juicy High School, right. Which is just again like borders of Moss Side and Hume, and then I lived a place called Cowsby Street, Bereford Street, at the top end of Great Western Street, which is Moss Side. Right. So for me, growing up through the 90s especially, I seen a lot of destruction within our community. And when I say that, I mean drugs came into our community and changed a lot of things, right. Which we started to see a lot of murders, a lot of youth violence, and yeah, so that kind of era changed a lot of things for me.
Tell me the background of Fathers Against Violence and the reason, what led you to start the youth project? Well, there was a massive life change for me. In 2011, my son was murdered. He was shot in the head, age 16. As a parent, as a father, it was very important for me to find a way to channel my trauma, to be heard. Right. And my son really gave me a foundation for me to want to change something in society. Right. So what are some of the difficulties you faced when you started this project?
When I first started this project, that I was alone.
Right. You can imagine.
You know, when you first take on something which I didn't know where it would lead to, you know, it does give you like a little bit of trepidation, you know, to think you got to climb up all this mountain to the top. But when you have love in your heart, when you have passion for people, right. You know, you find your purpose, and then through your purpose you start to live kind of a reality for yourself.
Right. So what are some of the activities and programs you provide for these kids in order to shape them in the future?
Well, since 2011 we started a project called Can You Kick It? The kids call it Cookie. It's been we've turned it into a sports club where we provide a lot of sports with coaches, with informal mentoring at the sides, and also we've been able to work with other small voice community groups to enable for us to come together so we can even impact our community even further.
So Ziad, how is it like coming to this place regularly and having a place like this to come in regularly and playing for free?
Nah, it's good because like having fun in it, get to see your friends. It's like something. It keeps you out more trouble in it, like in the day and that.
So how long have you been coming here, by the way?
I've been coming here since for 4 years now, 3 years.
4 years since the knee height, yeah.
Yeah, since when I was like, I'll say since when I was like in year 7.
Right.
Year 7.
Since year 7. Okay. So far coming here, what have you learned so far?
I've lost a lot of weight, and like better skills, meet new people. It's just met a lot of stuff in it. A lot of stuff. Like, it keeps a few man out of trouble in it. Yeah.
So younger than you. I know you younger, but some younger kids. What advice you got for them?
Don't do stupid things in it. Just focus on school, man. Innit? Like, just focus on school. I don't know what to say, you know.
That's it. Focus on school. Yeah.
Focus on school. Don't be bad.
Yeah.
Respect your eldest.
Have you got any memorable moments of you, like since you started this project till this day? One of the most special moments.
I think one of ours, what comes to mind now, is when we've won our first trophy for Can You Kick It?
I remember that. I precisely remember that. I think I was playing on that.
Absolutely.
Was it back in 2014, 15?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, it's amazing to be able to be speaking with this individual holding the mic. He's been part of our journey, you know, since I started this football program, and to see him here today, you know, reminiscing and supporting the work that we're doing today is remarkable. Thank you for that, Tony.
No, it's all right, man. Thank you for that. You know, this individual did a lot for the community for over the past, over the decade, over more than 10 years. You're doing this for free. Like, what keeps you? What motivates you to keep going? You know, you done this for free for over 10 years.
What keeps you? You guys keep me going, knowing that we're working with the next generation now. You know, we've been working with 6 to 25 years of age since we started this process. I think early prevention is key. The more you can build relationship younger with the people, the more influence maybe you can have in their lives.
Right.
Because we've seen as a society a lot of breakdown in our society, where you have seen a lot of single parent households. We're not seeing a lot of our young people going into prisons, being excluded from schools. This drives them onto the streets, and then that costs society even more if we don't have safe spaces for our young people to be able to come and express themselves.
Yeah. I'm here with Mohammed, one of the OGs of Fathers Against Violence Project. How are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You've been coming here for a while now. How long have you been coming here, by the way?
I've been coming here since 2009, you know, so more than 10 years, I think nearly.
Over a decade.
Years, innit? Over a decade.
Over a decade, man. What have you learned? What have you learned from coming to these sessions?
So, obviously, I first started coming as a participant back in 2009. That's when I first met James, and obviously that's when I first got introduced to like the charity. Obviously, like any other kid, obviously I came down just to, you know, play football, have a good time, socialise with friends, and then obviously been here, just kept coming all the way until like, you know, I was 16, and then that's when I started, you know, looking into getting into coaching and stuff like that. So yeah.
Right. So coming to the sessions, do you think it shaped you to the way you are today, like in terms of you becoming a coach?
Definitely, like, especially like, you know, especially where I grew up in as well. You know what I mean? A tough background like my side. You know, it keeps you off the streets. You know what I mean? It keeps you off, you know, getting into trouble and stuff like that. So obviously, I think football was a escaping mechanism, a tool where you can get away from the street life. So. Yeah,
tell me the importance of having a session like this and coming here regularly, especially 3 to 4 times a week, training for free. What are the importance of that, especially growing up around Mossad and stuff like that?
Obviously, I think like, you know, the sessions were free, so, you know, money wasn't really a problem, and, you know, having to think about, oh yeah, I can't come to today's sessions because I'm short on, you know, £5 or £2 or whatever, you know what I mean? Same like this session over here right now, you know what I mean? The boys who are now 12, 16, you know what I mean, they get to come here every day, gets them off the streets and gets them, you know, to socialise, meet new people, you know what I mean? The amount of people that I met, you know, just through football, whether it's coaches, players, you know what I mean, it's brought a lot of people together, you know.
Right. What have you mainly learned from coming to the sessions, would you say?
I think obviously respect, discipline, courage. Obviously, you know, just having, you know, the same love for everyone, you know what I mean, no matter what, you know, ethnicity you're from, what background you're from, it doesn't matter, you know, you've got Somalis, Libyans, you know, Pakistani people, you know, English people from Europe, you know what I mean, just all over the world, you know what I mean, different ethnicities, you know what I mean?
Of course, man.
You got the Sudanese people as well, yeah.
Big up Sudani guys out there, man.
But yeah, so yeah, man, obviously I've enjoyed it a lot, you know, just I've made a lot of good friends, you know what I mean? Me and you've met through.
Yeah, man. No, we go
back a long time.
We go way back, man. Since 5-a-side days to Fathers Against Violence. Yeah, man. It's having the sessions like that. I think it really helps you to, especially growing up around areas like Mossad and stuff. It keeps you off the trouble, you know.
It gives you good tools for life as well. You know what I mean? Socialising. You know what I mean? Like later on, when, you know, these kids start working and getting into the working environment, you know what I mean? They're confident to talk. They found themselves. You know what I mean? Especially as a teenager as well. You know, a lot of teenagers are starting to find themselves, who they are, etc. and whatnot. And then obviously, you know, football's a good, you know, coping mechanism to, you know, kind of get involved into that type of stuff as well.
Right now, if Candy Kick It was on, I could just be going outside playing, like messing about or something. But this like project made me play football, like meet more friends.
What have you learned coming to these sessions so far?
Can't lie to you, man, it's a great experience, innit? Get these kids off the roads, do you get what I mean, man? Come here, enjoy your time, do you get me, man? Obviously, it's just great opportunities for everyone, do you get me? You know, it's the best thing that these guys have done so far, I'll be real.
Most of the time, I used to just like play on the streets, but when I heard this local football's coming up, so I came to join, and it was a good man.
It's also something for us to do in our spare time, so we're not really bored or we're not really getting into trouble.
Yeah. Basically, I come here. It's very nice, like playing with people, few faces, familiar people. Is a challenge as well, playing with your friends and that. And yeah, we get into different teams, and you just play against each other, yeah, and winner stays on. And it's obviously very challenging in the end, because obviously, let's say it's 1-0 and like 2 minutes left. Obviously, people are going to be like ready to score and that, you get me? It's going to be challenging on that.
How is it like having a space like this, a free space, coming to every week or 3-4 times a week and playing regularly? How is it like for you?
No, first thing is good, wallahi, because obviously the facilities are nice, it's for free as well, and wallahi, it's very good as well. You can see lots of people come down, and it's a very good opportunity for them as well.
Right, well said. You were part of I believe you were part of the Black Britain portrait.
Yes.
How was that like?
Oh, that was amazing to be acknowledged, you know, as somebody who has Caribbean heritage, and for our work to be acknowledged here in the UK. I think that's testimony to that don't give up attitude. You know, you keep going even when it's cold, when it's warm. You know, your self-determination will get you across the line.
Right. So have you got any? What are the future goals and aspirations you've set, or you'd like to achieve in the coming years, hopefully?
To have this football club which I'm chairman of, for it to have, you know, like at least a semi-professional, you know, outlook as a springboard for change for the community, to have our own facilities, that we can have our own 11-a-side pitches, our indoor classrooms. So then as a parent who's lost a child, that there are families out there that need like retreats, places that they can go to heal. So as a society we want more good things coming into our community. So investment as also, we want more investment into our community so we can build things, whether it's having warehouses that we can offer people jobs. You know, we have to try and change the way how things are.
Last week, you've mentioned that someone burned down the minibus.
Yes.
Was there any? Would you like to add anything about that?
Yeah, so we are a community in Families Against Violence. We had a minibus which was given to us last year that we got funding for, and our bus was parked up in Salford, and somebody smashed the window. I think put some lighter fluid on into the van, and now we have lost our minibus. It was so community oriented that, you know, even the young people, when we spoke to them about it, you know, you could see the devastation it brought, not just on them, but also, you know, the community use that the minibus has. So if there's anybody out there which would like to support, you know, giving anything towards getting another minibus, we would gladly hear from you.
Do you feel like was that targeted?
No, honestly, you know, the minibus wasn't trolling nobody. You know, it was just there for a few hours, and within that space of time, nothing was even stolen out the van.
It just burned.
Just random, just come up to the minibus, smash the glass, within a few minutes, throw something in the window, and it's just up in smoke. There was nothing stolen out of the minibus.
Right.
You know, all it brought is destruction to many other lives who benefit from the minibus. Whether it was the Manchester City Council, whether it was local community organisations, Hideaway, Powerhouse, Claremont Youth Project, you know, that we used the minibus. So it was really about community, and that's what we're about. We're about community and unity. So if anybody's out there who'd like to support us, you know, we really would like that help. And even the equipment, you know, like, because you have to move equipment around, you know, that's become difficult now for us as a community. But like I say, we're working with our under 9s, under 10s, and that's been an issue to carrying them from games to game. So hopefully by when the new year comes in, that, you know, we can get something from the insurance, or we can match fund some of the funds that we get from the insurance to be able to get a new bus. So anybody out there would like to support us, you know, in any way, that would be a blessing. Thank you.
So what's your message out there to kids out here who are considering of carrying the weapons and stuff?
You know what? Just recently, you know, we lost someone very close, obviously, due to knife crime. You know, just in the past month or so, someone that, you know, we grew up with as well. You know, and I'm not gonna say his name, but obviously we both know who it is. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, that was just due to, you know, knife crime as well. So, like I say, I think sometimes, you know, when you're in the heat of the emotion, when your emotions are high, you know, you gotta also think about what are the consequences to it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you know, if you got personal beef with someone, you know what I mean, go to the boxing ring. You know what I mean? Mossad Fire Station, saw you out there. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so,
well said, man. In terms of saying,
at the end of the day, bro, like, you know, knife, and, you know, you know, you're coming there to take someone's life. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you gotta face the consequences. So, you know, before you start thinking of doing something, man, think of the consequences, because let's see if you can, you know, do life in prison.
Yeah, you said it, man. Before you even pick up the knife or whatever the weapon that you're carrying, think about it twice and think about your family, your parent that raised you for ages. Obviously, if you do, you know what comes with that. You know the outcome of that, especially if you hurt someone. You know you're going to be doing time, and are you able to do that?
Like I say, you know, these kids, at the end of the day, they're gonna grow up with each other. They're gonna, you know, a lot of them are gonna, you know, become friends all the way up till, you know, they become, you know, proper adults. You know what I mean? So that's the most important thing. And, you know, sometimes, you know, in friendships, you know, sometimes there are a few troubles. But like I say, you know, find what the value is. You know what I mean? You're gonna throw a friendship away just over because of something, you know, so little or so minor. You know what I mean? You're gonna take someone's, you know, life away just because of something little. You know what I mean? Right. Like, people, you know, they take each other's lives just for, like, you know, a better change. You know what I mean? £10, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Over a bike, something stupid like that. You know what I mean? So you know, think about the consequences, man. Like, you know, you gotta be a real man. A real man uses his fists. You know
Said it, man. Real man uses fists, man. You got it. So I wonder, have you got any message out there to the youth? Any message, anything?
Yeah, I think my message to the youth, especially this group, the 12 to 16s, is, you know, do something that you enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, when you're not doing something that you don't enjoy, then you're not gonna really like it, you're not gonna really enjoy life. But you know, when you're doing something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy, you know, you're gonna put 100% effort into it. The same way, you know, I love and I'm passionate about coaching. The same way, you know, you're passionate about what you do. You know what I mean? You enjoy it. You know what I mean? You'll spend times and times of volunteering. You'll spend hours and hours of just, you know, studying, researching, you know, trying to become better. You know what I mean? So do something that you're passionate about, whether, you know, whether it's a topic that you want to go into college or university, whatever it may be. You know, do something that, you know, you're passionate about, something that you like, something that every morning that you'll wake up to and you'll be like, you know what, I'm ready for today.
Have you got any message to the youth?
Yes, try to reach out to somebody if you're struggling. I think that's key. Maybe not be a family member internally because you don't want to share that disappointment, that you want to tell them that you're living this life. But try to, you know, reach out to someone outside your circle to try and get help, because the last thing we need is more of our youth being locked up in the criminal justice system, which leads to mental health, which leads to suicide, which leads to that disconnection from your society and your community. So try to get the education to liberate your mind and try to find people who lift you up rather than bring you down.
Have you got any message out there for someone who's considering carrying weapons?
Yeah, don't carry weapons. Most likely that same weapon will be used against you. And, you know, to take a life, you know, it's not easy. To know that you've taken someone's life and you have to live with that, that cannot be easy for anybody. Remember the families that you're going to destroy. You know, it's not just about you. It's the grandma, it's the brother, it's the sister, it's the nephew, it's the grandmother. It's a lineage that you're going to affect. Right. So just think about life. Think about how precious life is, and do not take another person's life because you don't have the right to do that.
Thank you very much, James. I really appreciate it for your time and effort.
Always, anytime, man. And people out there live in peace, love, and unity. I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you. You said it, man. Well said, well said, man. Thank you very much, bro. I really appreciate it for your input, man. Love, man. This guy, man.
You like, comment, subscribe.
That's it, man.
Make sure you support his thing, inshallah.